Welcome. You're here. I'm happy that you're here, but I'm going to be direct and I'm going to start as your coach right now. I'm going to tell you something that most people in the industry will never say to you because they're probably not going to market it this way because they're not going to make any money from you that way. But you already have everything you need to fail. You've got the certification, you've got the knowledge, you know how to write a meal plan, you know how to build a program, you know how to train people. You've probably watched hundreds of hours of videos of content out there on how to grow an online business or how to develop yourself as an online coach and how to train people online and all of these things, but nothing has worked. Not the way that you thought it was going to work. I know this personally. I know this because I did that a lot, not only in my in person businesses, working for other people, but also by myself trying to figure it out on the online side. I've been exactly where you are. The reason that it hasn't worked, and it didn't work for me back then, has nothing to do with how hard I was trying. And it has nothing to do with how hard you're trying, not even your talent. So let me just describe you the week, and you let me know if I'm wrong. First day, like Monday, you wake up, and this is like the week. I'm gonna make a bunch of content. I'm gonna be consistent. I'm gonna have my HD. I open up Instagram and put 4K, and then all right, what am I gonna? I look at a dumbbell. I look at things that should I do it outside, and I just stare at the screen. You might stare at the screen like me, and you just don't know what to post. You scroll for like, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, looking at what other coaches are doing because you're like, I'm going to get inspiration. And then you just close the app. And you tell yourself, I'll get around to it. I'll do it later. Never get around to it, right? You never got around to doing it. And the day goes on and you got to start over. So Tuesday comes in. All right, it's Tuesday. Somebody DMs you. Bleep. They ask about your services. You get excited. And then you send them this long message, and you 2 or 3 messages probably. I've done that before. And you start explaining your offer and what you do and how you do it and how you're better. And they say what? They say, sounds great. Let me think about it. And then you never hear from them again. You freak out. And you're like, I need to know my prices. I don't know. So Wednesday comes in, you try to figure out your pricing, you get into ChatGPT, you start telling it to build a business model for you and blah, blah, blah. But you look at everyone else does also and what they charge. You pick. You go, all right, I'm going to pick something that feels what? You go for the safety. It's low enough that people will not say no. Now I can battle against other people online and I can just I'm a little bit cheaper than everyone else, so they can't say no to me. Which also means low enough that you can't even pay your bills with that. So then Thursday rolls around and you think of, I'm gonna have to run ads because I watched all the videos right now on YouTube and they pumped you up and now you need to run an ad. It's a messenger ad, it's a lead capture ad, some type of ad, and you remember, oh man, I don't have a funnel. I don't have a way to answer to the ads. How do I run the ads? You call the friends, and then you think about that funnel, and then you start to realize you don't know what tools to use to capture those leads and be able to talk to them. So then you open up YouTube again and you try to learn it again, and 5 hours, 3 hours go by, and you've learned everything about building funnels and client acquisition models, but you haven't built anything. Friday comes in, you're exhausted. You have accumulated a bunch of info that hasn't taken you anywhere. You worked all week and have 0 new clients. And then you start thinking, man, is this online coaching even real? Like, how is it going to work for me? I don't know if it works for other people for real. Like, I don't know how this is going to play out. And you doubt yourself and you start thinking about just going the easy way, some other way. If that sounds familiar, good, because that means that you're honest enough to admit it. Honesty is the first thing that you need to do in order to change. So here's what nobody's told you. And this is the thing that's going to change everything if you let it. The problem is not the information. The problem is your identity. And I'll explain that. I explain what it means so that we can change our identity. Think about it. You've consumed more free content about online coaches and online coaching and how to do it, how to be an online trainer, than most people will ever learn in their entire careers. You've watched YouTube videos, you've listened to the podcast, you've downloaded the freebies, you've sat down through webinars, online free webinars, Zoom calls. You're still stuck. Why? Because the information doesn't change behavior. Identity changes the behavior. And the behavior that you need is the behavior of actually building. Right now, you still see yourself as a trainer who's trying to figure out the online thing. Someone who's good at coaching, but bad at business. Someone who's working on it. Someone who's learning. And as long as that's your identity, every piece of information you consume would just pile up. So on top of confusion, you get more tactics, you get more overwhelmed, and you get more options and more paralysis. So you start accumulating, like, I know this new tool, 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 and then everything, but you don't know what to do with all of this. So that's the thing. Here's the shift. Ready? You are not a trainer trying to build a business. You're a business owner who happens to coach. That's what you service. So think about it, and let's say it again. Okay? In your head, you can say it. A business owner who coaches. You're not a coach, that's opening a business. As a business owner mindset, you don't wonder about what to post. You have a content system. A business owner doesn't chase the leads and the DMs trying to send them that long message. They have an acquisition funnel. A business owner doesn't guess their pricing. They know their numbers. A business owner doesn't learn from 3 hours and build nothing. They execute for 3 hours and learn from what happens. Now they start learning from the next thing, and they learn from the things that are in it. That's the gap. It's not information, it's identity. And everything inside the community is going to be designed to close that gap between who you are and who you want to be. So, let me paint you a picture, and I want you to feel this. Not just hear me, feel what I'm trying to say. A year from now, you're still posting content, you're still chasing the low price, you're still responding to the leads in your DMs. You've picked up a couple of more clients or a couple of clients, not because of systems, but because of luck. But you're still telling people that I'm working on growing my online business. You're still watching other coaches pass you, coaches who probably aren't as good as you or even smarter than you. It's like, doesn't make any sense. Coaches who just figured out the business before you did. You're watching all of that happen. And worst of all, you started to believe the lie. The lie that says, maybe you're just not cut out for this. That the online coaching world is saturated. That it's too late. That's not your future. I don't want that to be your future. If you're here, that's not it. Not if you decide right now that this isn't going to be your future, then we can change. I don't want to build this community, and I didn't build this community to teach you more information. The internet has enough people giving you information, enough great people giving amazing information. I built this community to change who you are when you show up to your business every single day. That's exactly what I did. When I started, I was exactly the person that I just told you about. I was good at coaching, terrible at business, guessing every day, burning through money on tools that I didn't need because I thought I was going to, the ClickFunnels, the Go High Levels, the thing, all kinds of things. And instead of creating a team and creating a business and knowing my numbers and doing the things that move the business forward, I was thinking like a coach, let me do everything. Let me pay for everything because I want to learn everything because I want to do everything. I was undercharging because I didn't know my value. I was losing clients because I didn't have a system. Eventually burning out because everything was manual. It wasn't connected. And the moment things changed wasn't when I learned a new tactic. It was when I stopped seeing myself as a trainer and started operating as a business owner. I started behaving different in my social medias. I stopped consuming and started building. I stopped guessing and started following structure. I stopped asking, what should I do? And started asking, what does my system need next? That shift That's the identity shift I'm talking about. It's worth more than any course, any hack, any algorithm. And it's the first thing that we are going to build here. So I'm going to ask you for something and I need you to take it seriously. I'm going to give you my absolute best inside this community. Every framework, every template, every automation, every script, every system that we've built, it's all there. I'm going to put it on there. I'm going to hold nothing back as I give you everything here because I believe that the right structure can change someone's entire life. But I need something from you. I don't want anybody here that's not decided. I need you to decide that you're here to build. Not to learn, but to build. Because nothing I teach will work if you treat this like entertainment. Everything I teach you will work if you treat it like construction. These are tools that you're grabbing and building something out of it and out of yourself. So here's my ask. I need you to say it out loud wherever you are right now. I know it might sound corny, but I need you to say it, okay? I said it when I was like understanding these frameworks, so I need you to say it. So say, I'm here to build. One more time. I'm here to build. Good. I expect that you said it, right? It might be weird, but let's do this, all right? That's the first decision. That one's free. The next one, the next couple of them are going to take some work, but you're proof that you're willing if you said it, so let's actually get to doing it. Here's what we're going to build. It's 4 phases in order, no skipping. First thing is we're going to build a foundation, which is who you are, what you serve, what you're worth, what's your niche, what's your ideal client, like all of that is going to be your foundation. Then we're going to go into sales, how to attract people, how to place ads, how to acquire customers, how to nurture those leads, and how do we close those clients? How do we sell them? Okay, not going to be any luck. We're going to do this with a structure framework. Then we're going to teach you service, how to deliver the services and the service results so good that clients never want to leave and they actually get great results to say, let me refer to other people. They send everyone to you. And then the last thing is we're going to scale. So how to remove you from the business daily grind and build something that runs without you doing everything. Each phase is going to build on the last phase. You don't build a roof before you pour the foundation. You can't build the roof, right? You need to build a good foundation, then you frame up, and then you build your roof after that. So same thing is going to be here. That's what the structure is for. That's the strategy, okay? So now let me address the things that you're probably already thinking because I know you. I've coached way too many people and enough people to know exactly what's running through your head right now. Like I'm the same as you, taking a bunch of caffeine to train people, having your meal preps ready to go. Like I get you, okay? So number one, you might be thinking, okay, I know a lot of this stuff already. Maybe you do. But knowing and building are 2 completely different things. There's a lot of failed coaches out there in online. It's full of people out there that are capable of doing things, they just haven't built it. So knowing doesn't pay the bills. Execution does. The community here isn't about what you know, is what you can build, is what you're building. That's what we're going to be about. Number 2, what's probably running through your head is, I just need the sales and marketing stuff. I'm just going to skip ahead. Well, yeah, that's exactly the thinking that got you here. You grab a piece from one and then from YouTube, a tactic from another one. And again, we have the thing with the pieces and the markers and all of the stuff that you try to Frankenstein together, trying to build a business, but it's not working because you can't skip ahead. You wouldn't be watching this video right now if you were ahead. Number 3, what if this doesn't work out for my situation? It might not work out for me in my situation. Well, your situation isn't as unique as you think. A lot of the coaches that I've worked with, they thought the same thing. They thought they were the exception. They weren't the exception. The ones who follow structure, the ones who insisted that they were different, they stay stuck. The one who followed the structure were the ones who actually make it happen and they made it forward. Different doesn't mean exempt from the basics. Got to know that, okay? Number 4, you might be thinking, I don't have enough time. You have the same 24 hours as every coach out there in the community who's gotten results, and the people that I've worked with before and myself. The different is not time, it's priorities. And right now, your priorities are scattered because you don't have structure. Phase 1 is going to fix that. We're going to help you with that. you have more time in 2 weeks than you've had in 2 months. Okay? If you understand it and you follow. And number 5, you say, what if I fall behind? There's no behind. This is not a race. There's no deadline. If it takes you 6 months to get it, so be it. If it takes you 1 week, so be it. The faces are here permanently. The only person you're competing with is the version of you that keeps quitting. So stop competing with that person and start replacing that person. Now, every excuse that I just named, I felt all of them. They're real. I'm not dismissing you on how you feel. I'm telling you that every single coach who's built something real in the world felt the exact same thing in the beginning. The difference is just they kept going. All right. You've made it. We've made the commitment. You've made the commitment. Now, let's prove it. Before you watch any other video, before you look at any module that's in here, I want you to do one thing right now. I want you to go to the community, go to the introduction post that I put on there, and put 3 things. Make a comment in that introduction post. Number 1, name your niche. Who are you training? Who do you want to train? If you don't have a niche, you put, I'm figuring it out. That's honest. That's okay. Number 2, you got to put on there how many clients you have. If you have 0, put 0. If you have 5, put 5. If you have 90, put 90. Not leads, paying clients. And number 3, the one thing you're most stuck on in this business right now that you're trying to build. Maybe you can't get clients. Maybe you don't have a funnel. Maybe you don't have any automations and you don't have time. Whatever it is that's holding you back, that's your number 3. Okay? That post is your first act as a builder. It's not a social media thing. It's a declaration. You're telling everyone in the community, especially myself, and I'm going to be running through it, I'm ready to work. I'm here, and I'm honest about who I am, where I am, and where I want to be. I will personally read every single one of them. You can tag me on there. I'll see you inside. But let me leave you with this. The fitness industry is full of coaches who are incredible at being coaches. And that's just like a fact. There's a lot of information out there. A lot of them are amazing. They change bodies. They change health. They're the client psychologists. They change lives. Most of them, though, are broke. Most of them are exhausted. Most of them are one bad month away from going back to a job they hate. Not because they're not good enough, but because nobody showed them how to build. You're not here because you're lost. You're here because you're ready. And the person who pressed play on this video was a coach trying to figure it out. The person who finished this video is a business owner who's about to build something real with who they are. Okay? Welcome to Blaze Camp. Now go post your introduction, and I'll see you in the next module. Peace.